Even if you are a super beginner, you can easily learn how to DIY gift tags with your Cricut. I'm going to show you everything you need to know. My name is Kelly, and let's get clacking. In Cricut Design Space, on a new canvas, you are going to click on the Shapes button on the left-hand side of your screen. This is where you can add in many different types of shapes that you can use to make super awesome gift tags. We are going to click on the square, and I'm going to click, drag, and move it to the middle of my canvas, and then I'm going to add in another shape, and that is going to be the hexagon, and I'm going to play around with these shapes together. Now, you won't need Cricut access for this tutorial, and I will also be leaving a link to this exact project that I'm going to be making in the description of this video. So if you want to use this exact project that I'm making and make your own Cricut gift tags, then you will be able to click on the link and open the project from there. And you can even give me a follow on Cricut Design Space if you want to see what other projects I release, as I tend to release new projects all the time. I'm going to make the square a little bit more rectangular by just extending it down a little bit. So up in the top where it says size, I'm going to click on the padlock to unlock it, and there it'll unlock the proportions. So I can now change the height of the square without changing the width. So I'm going to change the height, and I'm going to make it 6 centimeters, and I'm going to press enter in order to apply the changes that I've made. So now when I hover the hexagon over the top of the square, you can see that it looks a little bit longer than it is wide. But if you want to make your gift tag a little bit longer still, you can change that to 7. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. Now I'm going to zoom in by pressing the plus next to the 100%. I'm going to zoom in a few times so that we can see very closely what we are working with. I'm going to click on the hexagon and move it up a little bit so that it is situated just on the edges there. If you want to zoom in a little bit more, as I like to do to make sure that everything's lining up perfectly, you can do so. And I'm going to use the directional keys on my keyboard to move it up or down a little bit so that it aligns with the edge of the square. Now that I'm happy with that alignment, I want to make this all one object. So instead of it being a hexagon over a rectangle, I'm going to click on the screen, and while still holding in the mouse button, I'm going to drag it so that it selects both of the objects and then release the button. I'm going to then click combine. Now what weld will do is make this one solid object. So it will remove the line that you see here, and it will make it only one layer, one object. If you feel like you might want to change this in the future, you might want to undo the weld, you can click on unite, and that will do the same thing. It will give you the same look, but you will be able to undo it at a later stage. So let's try unite instead of weld, and we'll see that we now have a solid object for our gift tag. If you have Cricut access, what you can do is click on images and type in the search bar gift tag and search for a gift tag, and you can use any one of these fun shapes that you see here with the little green A next to the name. So as an example, if you wanted to use this gift tag, you can click on it. You will see at the bottom of your screen, you have the gift tag selected, and you'll be able to say add to canvas. So if you don't want to make your own, that is another route that you can take. But now that we already have our gift tag made, I'm going to need to add in a hole for the little ribbon to go onto it. So I'm going to click on shapes once again, and this time add in a circle. On each item, when it is selected, you will see a box around it with 4 white boxes in the corner. When you hover your mouse over that box, you will see it changes to a little arrow. That is another way that you can resize it. So I'm going to click on that one and drag it so that it is smaller. Above the circle, you will see the size that that box is. So we can make it whatever size we want, maybe 0.7 centimeters-ish is quite a good size. I'm then going to drag it over the gift tag that we've just made. Again, select both of these objects. And if you want to make sure that it is aligned, you can use the align feature to align it center horizontally so that it's right in the middle. If not, totally okay. And then I'm going to slice. So what it'll do is it will cut these objects essentially wherever you have located them. So when I click slice and drag the gift tag away, we can now see that we have a little hole in our gift tag. I'm going to select the circle and I'm going to delete those because we don't need them. From here, you can add whatever else you want to add onto your gift tag. So when you click on text, it will open up a text box and you will then be able to type in any name that you want to. It's going to drag it on somewhere on the screen where we can see it. And by default, whenever you add in text to your canvas, the operation, which means what the machine is going to actually do, whether it's going to cut, pen, foil, emboss, etc., will be set to basic cut. So if you want to cut the name out of the gift tag, you can do so. But if you want to draw it onto the gift tag, then in the operation section, you want to click on basic cut and change the function to draw with pen. And you will see it changes the outline from being solid to being just on the outside. When you're working with pens, it will essentially draw wherever the machine would have cut if you're using a regular style font. You also get a writing style font, which means that it will kind of try and write in the middle of the font or in the middle of the letter as opposed to on the edge. So as an example, we can click on style and then click on writing, and now it'll look a little bit more like maybe what you want it to look like. Not all fonts have writing styles, so if you want to choose a font that has a writing style, you can actually filter it. So we're going to go to the font section, and on the right hand side it says filters. So we're going to click on filters and select writing. So now it'll only show us fonts that have the option to actually have that writing style, if that's what you're looking for. And you can scroll around and see what kind of fonts you want to use. I'm going to try the Bright Christmas font, so I'm going to select it. It might take a while if this is the first time you are using that font, as it is a Cricut font, which means that it is not downloaded to your computer, but it is downloaded to your Cricut Design Space app. So the first time it takes a little while to download. Now we can click, drag, and move that name onto the gift tag, and then you will know exactly who that gift is for. We're also going to create another layer for our gift tag. So I'm going to select the gift tag itself, right click on it, and click duplicate. So what it does is it just creates another one, and I'm going to change the color of that one to red because I want to have one brown layer and one red layer. So this gray layer, I'm going to change the color to brown. So just like I did with the red tag, I'm going to click on the little gray block next to the word operation, and that will change the color. So I'm going to change it to brown, and now we can see what our gift tag is going to look like. I have saved this project under basic gift tag, free to use. So if you don't have Cricut access, you'll be able to use this project. If you do have Cricut access, then you'll be able to use the next one. So I'm going to click on images. I'm going to remove the gift tag that we have already typed in, and I'm going to type in reindeer. You can use absolutely anything. It doesn't have to be a reindeer. I'm going to look for a simple basic shape that I can use. I really like that one. So I'm going to click it and click add to canvas. Now I'm going to use the method that we did earlier by selecting the white block and making it smaller. and I'm going to put it at the bottom of my gift tag here. Now again, we're going to slice. So I'm going to select both of those layers, being careful to not select the name. And you'll see the slice button is now available. If this button is grayed out, it's because you don't have 2 layers selected. You need to only have 2, no more and no less. So I'm going to click slice, and we will see that we have now cut out a little reindeer from our gift tag. I'm going to select the reindeer. There are 2 layers, and I'm going to delete them. Now, our gift tag is covering the word. So I'm going to move it away from the name, select the name, right click, and bring it to the front so that it is now in front of our gift tag. I'm going to select both of them and align them again. So clicking on the align feature and then clicking center horizontally. Now, in order to get your Cricut to cut the tag and draw the name in exactly that same location, we need to make sure that these 2 layers are attached. As we can see on the right-hand side, there are 3 layers available currently, and none of them are attached to each other because it doesn't say attach. So when you click on the word attach, you will see it adds in a section where it says attach, and then underneath it, it has those 2 layers. So when you click this drop down arrow, it will collapse everything that is attached to each other. So we have 2 elements. We have the one gift tag and then the one at the back. So what your gift tag will look like is once it's done, it will look something like that. When you have the top layer with the name and the little cutout of the reindeer behind it. So it is as simple as that. And now what you can do, if you wanted to make more than one gift tag, you will be able to duplicate both of the layers and just change the name. So you'll be able to double click on the name itself and change it to Alex as an example, or whatever other names you want to have on your gift tags, you will be able to change it. I'm going to just cut one gift tag to show you how I do it, and I'm going to then click Make It. I've saved this project under Simple Gift Tag, so if you want to find this exact gift tag that I've made, you can search for it under Simple. In order to send it to the machine to actually cut, we're going to click on the word that says Make It. Now it wants to cut the red layer first, and then we're going to cut the brown layer second. If you have more than one mat, you can prep both of them at the same time. And once you are ready to cut, we're going to click on Continue. Now that Cricut has picked up our machine, I'm using Bluetooth. I'm going to select medium cardstock for the first layer, and the brown layer I'm going to be cutting out of Cricut Craft Board. So it is a little bit thicker, and I find it works really nicely for gift tags. But both medium cardstock and Cricut Craft Board are fantastic options. So I'm going to select medium cardstock, and it is telling me that I need to load the fine point blade, which is already in the machine. And once it is done cutting this one, when we come over to the next layer, I'm going to make sure to change the selection to Cricut Craft Board so that it knows how much pressure to cut, as the craft board is a lot thicker than the medium cardstock. So we're going to load up the material onto our mats and get cutting. This is your cutting mat. Essentially what you will do is you will be placing your paper onto your cutting mat in order to secure it in place. So there is a plastic film on top, which we are going to remove. That one wasn't stuck down very well. So we're going to take our cardstock and place it onto our mat within the gridded area. Press it down a little bit. And in order to make sure that the cardstock is sticking down properly, I'm going to be using my brayer. Now what this does is it just makes sure that, the paper sticks down properly. So I'm going to rub it onto the mat and give it quite a bit of pressure to take out any bubbles. And we only really need it to stick down in this area because this is the area where it will be cutting. But I like to make sure that everything is stuck down just to be safe. So we are going to open up our machine, load it in, and cut. Now on our machine, we can see that this button is flashing. So that is the load and unload button. we're going to place our mat in underneath the two little grippy things, and we're going to press that button and load our mat. Our machine just checked the length of the mat to make sure that it is all correct, and now you will see the play button is flashing. So we're going to press that button and it will start to cut our tag. It is all done, so before we unload the mat, I like to check to see that it is cut properly. So when I lift up the tag like that, I can actually remove the entire tag from the mat and I know that it is cut perfectly. So I'm going to press unload. We're going to take off this material and repeat the exact same process with our piece of craft board. Placing it onto the mat, using our brayer to make sure that it is stuck down. Before loading it into the mat, I'm making sure to select craft board on my computer so that it is going to cut correctly. I'm then going to switch back to my machine, load the mat, and it will once again check the length of the mat. Before we click play, we do need to make sure that we have our pen inserted into the pen clamp. So we're going to open up this little flap, take our pen, and I'm going to be using the Very Berry pen. Now I should have changed this color in Design Space, but we're only using one color, so it is fine. I need to press down the pen so that you hear the click noise like you just heard, and then we're going to close the clamp. Once the pen is inserted, we can click play. Once it has finished drawing, it will automatically start cutting. And it will cut the tag. It will do 2 passes because it is craft board, as it is a thicker nut material that needs to be cut a little bit deeper. So you'll see it doing, there we go, now it's doing a second cut of the reindeer. Again, we're going to check to make sure that it has cut correctly. So I'm going to just lift up the material and we can see that the tag has cut. So I'm going to press the unload button and assemble our beautiful tag. So now we can easily remove the tag from the mat, pop out the little circle, and we can pop out the little reindeer. And you can even save that for another tag if you want. So make sure to do it gently. Isn't that cute? We're going to take our piece of red cardstock, place it underneath the gift tag, and you can glue them together, or if you quite simply just want to string them together to have them loose, that's totally okay. You can also glue just the tops of the tag together so that they remain together at the top. And I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to be using some Jewel Bond glue. This is my favorite craft glue. It is nice and super strong. So I'm going to just glue around this edge here. Doesn't really matter how much you have. And I'm going to place it so that the textured side is facing up. And I'm going to stick those together. Line them up. There we go. So now we have a little bit of movement in the tag, but it's not going to swing out from each other. We have a little bit of a 3D effect, and we can now add our twine. Now, if you want to know how to make double-sided gift tags, make sure to check out this video as it'll take you step by step through the entire process. Thank you so much for joining. Subscribe for more Cricut videos, and remember, be kind to someone today. See you soon.